All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel here. Welcome to React and Chill. On this channel, there's two things I like to do. That's react and chill. I'll be doing both those things right now. And what am I reacting to here today? The 8th anniversary of one of my favorite bands of all time. That is LOVEBITES. Of course, I'm wearing the shirt. I have the stuff around me. I listen to them on the regular basis. Had the opportunity to see them live. Thank the heavens for that. Thank the Lord for that. Because it could have been anyone else. It could have been anywhere. Anyway. For 8 years, we have been gifted with by these talented, lovely, beautiful ladies. Shredding guitars, shredding riffs, soaring vocals, thunderous drums, pure metal passion. So, in honor of that, let's talk about this fabulous band. For those who may be new to the pack, LOVEBITES is an all-female heavy metal band formed by former members of Destros. It was formed in 2016 by former members of Destros. Do you know who those members are? Let me know in the comments section if you do. We have Asami with their powerhouse vocals, Haruna with their thunderous drums, Midori and Miyako with their blistering guitars. And then now we have Fami. But back then you had Miho laying down killer bass lines. This band, this powerhouse of a band, it delivers a strong, bold, powerful sound that when you hear it, people who are very familiar with the metal scene will be like, man, this is like Iron Maiden cranked to 11. This is like Iron Maiden and Halloween and Dragon Force made love and had a baby. Okay? That's what's going on here. No, much more than that. Like, they were like merged together with some sort of like crazy experiment. Okay? I don't know. Like it is insane what these ladies can do. They have a very fierce and unique edge about them. They obviously have a very unique look about them, if you've seen them. They're the wolves of metal, and they have been howling loud for 8 years. And I want to celebrate this the way I know how. I know with my recent health issues, I shouldn't partake in a smoke, but man, this is good. If I had a full-on cigar, I would, man. But things have been tight lately. We all know that, right? Let's rewind to where it all began. All right? LOVEBITES. LOVEBITES burst onto the scene. They started in 2016, yeah, but their EP was released in 2017. The debut EP, the LOVEBITES EP. And do you know what tracks are on that EP? You probably do. Right? You kind of have to, right? If you're a new fan, I understand if you don't. But you will, I guarantee you, the comments section will inform you about it. Okay? And by the way, welcome to the pack. All right? For anyone who's new to LOVEBITES, welcome to the pack. I hope you stay around because there's a lot of great tracks to enjoy. There's a lot of bangers here. You may not like every track, but man, there are a lot of bangers. Anyway, then their first full-on album, Awakening from Abyss, later that same year. And then we have tracks like Shadowmaker and Hammer of Wrath that just hit us like a freight train, right? Tracks that just like, that is LOVEBITES. That is that sound. Oh man, is that powerful. And these tracks showed the world. I wouldn't say the world, but there's still a lot more they need. There's still a lot more of the world that needs to be converted, brother. Okay? But definitely showed Japan and showed those that are paying attention that they are here to dominate. By November 2017, They're already tearing up stages in London. Okay? Tearing up stages in London and in Japan. Proving that they could rock with the best on the global stage. And then in 2018, they kept that momentum. They kept it going. Okay? But their Battle Against Damnation EP, their second album, Clockwork Immortality. I think the Battle Against Damnation was an EP, but there was also, I think, a live DVD of that as well. Correct me if I'm wrong there. And by the way, if I get something wrong, just let me know. Just let me know, okay? All right. That's one thing about the Wolfpack. They will, they love the support. They seem to love it when people are like acknowledging the greatness that is of this band and trying to spread the message of how great this band is. But they're also there to let you know, hey, I got your back on this one. There's one little detail, and that's cool. I like that. But yes, their second album, Clockwork Immortality. Is that not an awesome album? Is that not an awesome freaking album there? And get this, as you may know, they won the Metal Hammer Golden Gods Award for Best New Band of that year. LOVEBITES also made history as the first Japanese all-female metal band to play Wacken Open Air and Bloodstock Open Air's main stage. That's the kind of power we're talking about here. That is the kind of power we're talking about. And now, no, it hasn't been all easy though. There was a rough patch with LOVEBITES, as we can recall. 8 wonderful years, yes, but not without a hiccup. There was a little bit of a hiatus. The founding member, Miho, she stepped away. And God bless her soul. I think she still has that wolf spirit. She's doing her thing. And may she have success and abundance, and no matter what she does, no matter where she goes, okay? She's a wolf in spirit. She helped create this band. She helped them as they were going around, and I would say the world, but that's not really what happened. It was more like Europe. Europe got the first taste as far as touring the world goes, okay? Miho will always be remembered. But because she left, the band took a little bit of a hiatus. And that hiatus did leave fans wondering if the band would ever return. It did reach that point. I remember the Reddit. I remember the discussions. There was some doubt, wasn't there? There are some naysayers. There are those wondering if it was all over. It was a dark time. But LOVEBITES had been busy in the background. I'm not talking about their side projects and stuff. I'm saying that LOVEBITES was busy, well, practicing. They were busy honing their craft. They were busy looking for a bass player. LOVEBITES came back in 2022 with a new bassist, Fami, a 20-year-old prodigy. Fami, when Fami joined the band, like I knew of Fami because of YouTube. I knew of Fami before LOVEBITES. I knew who Fami was as that very talented, extremely unique, this insanely talented Japanese girl that just loves to slap the bass. Her cover of Alien, oh man. Like, I was listening to that while watching Angry Video Game Nerd episodes. That's how old this goes back. That's how far back it goes. And that Fami is going to join Love Bites. I never knew she was a metalhead. I never knew. None of us knew. Come on, let's be honest there. And when they came back, I love the fact that the band released the interviews, the process of finding the bassist. I remember us being involved in the process. Now, did they reveal everyone they're looking at? No, because they kept us in the dark on some things, because that's how you do an awesome reveal like that. Right? Do you remember the ones that were at the audition? Oh, man. And in this moment, I think there was an Aya. I know there's an Ichinose who kind of looked like Miho in a way. I called her like Miho's like doppelganger, I think. There was a dude. There was a lot of people. But they kept Fami away from us. They hid her. They were like, no. Because that was the one. And I love the fact that they included how Asami felt when Fami entered the room. Right? That when Fami entered the room, it was like an aura of positivity just washed the room. Right? There's something about Fami that when she's around, it just lights up the room with this positive aura. Now, am I adding more to her description? Of course, for effect. Okay? All right? I'm telling a story here, okay? But it's a good story. And shows why they chose Fami. They chose well. Because their comeback album, Judgment Day, not only did they come back, but they came back with a vengeance. They came back with an album with song after song after song that is just insane. A delivery of absolute bangers through and through. Their first song, We Are the Resurrection. Their first song, a Midori track, that the guitar, it did the trademark Midori thing, but to a whole other level. That roaring guitar, the way she makes her guitar roar and scream like that. Whistle, man. Her guitar, she commanded it to whistle and breathe like a dragon. It's just screech like a banshee. And when she does that live, she looks like a complete and total badass. That is Midori there. They open up with that song on that album. And that was the song we didn't even really know about, because the song that they released as the single was the title track of Judgment Day. And that track, brothers and sisters, that track was an amazing banger from the beginning to the end. You got to see Fami. You got to see kind of what she's doing here. Is she going to be, because people were like, is she going to be doing the taps? Is that going to be a thing? And it's like, yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. And then you had this loud and bold, powerful song. And it repeats that melody with this powerful presence, powerful drumming over and over and over again. And each time it does, it just gets more ramped up. It's just, they dial it up. And it's like, yes, this is it. You are back. It's like you never left. Thank you. Thank you, whichever God I need to pray to for this. Thank you. That is amazing. Other bands in that moment might have just given up. Or if they have come back, they might have been a little rusty. But man, it's like they came back sharper. I remember everyone saying, everyone, from myself to the Gaijin guys, everyone was saying they leveled up, they leveled up, they leveled up, they leveled up. I remember that. You remember that. God damn, we all remember that. And in a way, it's true. It's like they honed their craft during that hiatus. They weren't slacking around. They weren't stuffing their face with ho-hos and doing nothing. No, they were waiting to come back. That is a band that loves what they do. That is a group of people that are dedicated to this sound, to this. Because they could have given up. Asami could have found something else. He has a talent. Midori could have found something else. But they had something. LOVEBITES has this extreme potential there. They know that. And then on the Judgment Day album, of course, they had also other amazing songs like Stand and Deliver. Okay. Yeah. An amazing song. Stand and Deliver. Actually, let me ask you, what is your favorite track on Judgment Day? What is your favorite track and why? Let me know why. Let me know why that track that you pick and put in the comment section is your favorite. Don't just tell me the track. Tell me why it's your favorite. Come on. Come on. Open the thesaurus. Get a little poetic with me here. Tell me why it's important to you. Tell me why you like it. Because I'm working myself up here, okay? And now let's talk about what they've been doing recently. In 2024, LOVEBITES announced their first ever world tour. The thin line between love and hate. I didn't even know there was a line between love and hate with this band. I didn't even know people hated this band. Because I don't listen to those naysayers. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay? And they hit major festivals like Hellfest, Resurrection Fest. That right there. That little photo with Baby Metal. You guys remember me reacting to that, right? It is still my background. It is still my desktop image, of course. It'll probably never change. I'm not just a reactor, dude. I love this stuff. Okay? I love this stuff. Maybe a little too much. But yeah, they hit major festivals. They even hit Prague Power USA. They even toured a few spots in the US. Okay? There's a rumor, too. I don't know if this is true. I want to believe it is. That at Prague Power, LOVEBITES is so awesome that they sold out their merch at Prague Power before they even started their set. Yeah. That's the kind of love the fans have for them. And then they also released the EP 2, LOVEBITES EP Dose, which I have behind me. And that is a killer of a mini album there. Okay? That is a complete killer album. I love all songs on that. It's nice, and it plays homage to the original debut. And if you ordered it right, you could get the reissued version of the first EP, which I got. And is pretty much, yeah, it's in the company car that I drive now. And I listen to it on the regular. Man, I can't stress it enough. I got to see them live. I was fortunate that they went to Texas. You know, they only chose a few places. I am so thankful they went to Texas. Seeing them live was the best day of my life. It was. And what makes this band so special to me is it's not just their insane talent. But we can talk about that a little bit here. Asami's voice. Oh, that's a voice that could shatter glass, dude. Midori and Miyako on their guitars. Man, if they have guitar, they have some amazing skills, right? The solos that they pump out. The oh man, the awesome riffs that they have. Just amazing. And the solos, they can melt faces. Okay. Haruna's relentless drumming. Oh, that's good. How does she keep up with that, right? She's like the engine of this band. A little nuclear device right there. Nuclear generator right there. It's like, oh, the little engine. And then Fami's awesome grooves. The band has a spirit about them. Am I right or am I wrong? The band has a spirit about them. And that is above everything else. It's not just that they're good. But when you see them live, there is something about that. There is a spirit with them. The way they just rock that stage, wearing their all white outfits and a sea of black, singing in English to reach fans worldwide. And their lyrics are all about resilience, hope, and never backing down. They're not just a band, man. They're an inspiration. And we've had 8 years with them. 8 amazing years. So I want to say, I hope somehow this video gets shared to the lovely and beautiful ladies of LOVEBITES. And I hope they're able to understand what I'm saying. Because it is nothing but love. I love that you guys are amazing at what y'all do. And y'all seem to love what it is y'all do. I cannot stress that enough. Probably shouldn't do this. But the way I like to celebrate is with a toast. Here we got some tequila. I hope you guys will join me. You can take a shot of whatever it is you want. Water, apple juice. I mean, I would rather do whiskey, but I don't have any. So I'm going with tequila. This is for LOVEBITES. To another, you know what? May the LOVEBITES spirit last forever. Because heavy metal never dies. Y'all take it easy and have a good one.